Welcome to Let's Talk Math. If you're interested in this worksheet, in the description, you can find it on my Teacher Paid Teacher website under Let's Talk Math. Now, when I'm teaching combining like terms, I teach these four words with an intensity. I really want my students to become intimate with those words. And the reason is right after this, in the eighth grade, we are solving multi-step equations, variable both sides, including positive and negative variables and constants. And so when I ask my students, what is the coefficient for this term? I want them knowing that I'm asking what is that invisible number in front of the A and knowing that it's a negative one, not a one, because the terms extend out. So these are the things I'm focusing on while I'm working with combining like terms. And I tell you, it's a game changer by the time that I come to solving equations if you've spent some time working on those vocabulary words. So let's zoom in to our first problem and show how I teach this. At the beginning of the year, I always have students um, have a red pencil. And so when I talk about identifying the variable term first, I check mark it in red, and then I identify the term with a bubble. And this is how I'm reinforcing those vocabulary words, right? Getting in their heads that in red I'm doing the variable, and going back to pencil, I'm going to go do the constants. Now, let's take a look at our variable terms. The 7 went up and the negative 1a went down. And so I'm going to do that variables first. And if I bring out my number line here, those who are still struggling with the positive and negatives, I start at the 0, I go up 7 and drop down 1, and that's where that 6a is coming from. And now that I've circled my constant terms, I look at these and I see that my 6 went down and my 7 went up and my 3 went up. And so on my number line, um, I reminded them that it's easiest to start with the largest one first. So I'm going to start with that 7, not the negative 6. And we find that this is easier. Up 7 and then go down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then up the 3. 1, 2, 3. And so I can see that's where my constant lands up being a plus 4. Now let's go take a look at the answer key, how this works. Um, Down in my answer key here, I see it, my 6a plus 4, and so I cross that one off. And notice that in my answer key, I start off with the negatives first and work my way up, just like on a number line, and that's how I can see where I've come to that 6a plus 4. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next problem, problem 2. And again, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check mark my variable terms, focusing on that vocabulary, and the terms which reach out to the next one. And so I focus on drawing these bubbles. And then I might come through until they get the hang of this and draw these arrows. Do they go up or down? Bring my number line out here. I can see I'm going up 5, down 1. And that's where I see I've got my 4x. I'm going to do the same thing with my constants. And so here I see that the 4s are going up and the 2 is going down. So I go up 4 and go up 4 more to my 8 and go down 2, and I can see I land at my 6. And so this is where I'm getting my 4x plus 6. And I go down on my answer key down below here, and I find going in order negatives, then positive, and there it is. All right, I hope this helps. Thank you.